Slim.
Well, Betsy's a girl.
Never mind, I hear the men are coming.
What's going on?
Read the sign.
Yeah.
Free women? Hot dog, I'll take a couple. Where is they? What's this all about?
Us women who have suffered for centuries of
Discrimination and subservience.
yeah. And we hereby demand equality and proclaim,
Our independence from the domination of men.
right.
Where'd you hear that speech?
Oh, the girl down at the bank learned it to us.
But it's what's in the minds and hearts of women everywhere.
We got to have our freedom.
Could we talk about this after breakfast? That coffee smells awful good.
Would you like me to pour it for you?
Well, yeah, thanks.
Well, here I go, male supremacist.
What'd you do that for?
For women's lib. Make your own coffee.
Well, okay, but what's women's lib?
Liberation from the tyranny of
Chauvinistic male dictatorship.
right.
I looked all over the place. I can't find no women. These signs is what you call false advertising. Get rid of them.
How would you like to have it wrapped around your head?
Ellie, don't stoop to the level of the male brute.
Yes, ma'am, Granny. Come on, Bessie.
Uncle Jed, what are you doing?
Making coffee.
Men ain't supposed to do that. That's what women is for. Here, Granny. Get busy.
Take it easy, boy.
But I'm hungry. I want my breakfast.
Boy, go sit at the table.
That's more like it. Here, Granny, I'll have a double helping everything.
There goes your typical pleasure-seeking male animal. You men is all alike. All you want to do is eat and get to your country club.
Country club?
Whilst us women stay home and slave. You is out shooting golfs, and tennis, martini on the rocks, and having steam saunas.
Jethro and me spends our days mowing the lawn, raking leaves, trimming the hedges, chopping wood, painting, plumbing, and repairing.
There you are. You was out having fun, whilst we is home slaving.
Oh, no, not again.
Good morning, male supremacist.
Good morning, oppressor of women. Good morning, chauvinist pig.
Does this heap belong to one of you?
Yes, it's mine.
Well, all of you hop in it, get out of here, or I'll repossess it.
It's all paid for. It's mine, free and clear. And we have a permit to picket here.
And as soon as the rest of the girls arrive, we will picket this bank from one end to the other.
That is what you think. Joe, Charlie, come out here. Bring your baseball bats. Now, I'll give you one more chance to disperse. All right, clear the sidewalk.
Okay, Susie.
Sir! Sir!
Gentlemen, would you care to try for broken arm?
Are you Husky Guards afraid of three girls?
No, just one of them. That's Susie.
Okay, I'm impressed. Now let's make peace. Come back to work for me, and you'll get a raise and a bonus.
Hooray!
Victory at last!
No, not you two, just Susie.
Just me?
Right. Forget these losers and work for me. You'll have a combination job as my secretary and bodyguard. You'll have a great deal. Just sign right here on the dotted line.
I thought we were going to have breakfast at our country club.
We don't belong to no country club.
Well, then where are we going to eat?
Right here.
Well, who's going to cook?
Looks like you're going to be one of us.
Okay. I'll have bacon and eggs, ham and grits, pancakes and sausage, lots of toast and jelly, and a side order of hush puppies.
You sure that's enough?
You better start me off with a big bowl of cereal covered with bananas and strawberries.
No steak and taters?
Okay, as long as you cook and throw that in, too. And rare on the steak.
Get through. Get up from there. We're going to match pennies for this.
After breakfast, Uncle Jed, I'm too hungry to play games now.
You're going to match pennies to see who does the cooking. The other one will wash the dishes.
Okay. I'll match you.
Heads.
tails.
You do the cooking, I'll wash the dishes.
Okay.
Call me when you're ready.
I'm ready for you, Uncle Jed.
What all did you cook?
Everything that was in the icebox. Ham hocks, a couple dozen eggs, side of bacon, grits, and I even warmed up the leftover pot roast and taters.
Them victuals smells good.
They tasted good, too.
You ate them?
Yep.
All of them?
Yep.
Then why did you call me in?
Well, now it's time for your half of the work. I done the cooking. You wash the dishes.
Look, Granny, Paul's home.
You and Jethro must have sneaked in the back way.
I reckon so. Ladies, can we talk for a minute?
What about?
Women's lib.
Is you for it or again it?
I'm for it. Now, can we talk?
No use talking. The rights that we are seeking is, what is that again, Ellie?
Non-negotiable.
That means we gotta get 'em.
You got it.
You giving in, Paul?
Absolutely.
You surrenders?
Unconditional.
You admit that women's as good as men?
Better.
Does that mean that you, what is that again, Ellie?
Capitulates.
Yeah. Does you do that?
Whatever that means, I does it.
Well, Ellie, I reckon that means we has won.
Good. My hands is blistered from toting his sign.
Mine, too.
Well, what do you say we celebrate by fetching up one of them great big hickory smoked hams out of the root cellar and frying us up a mess of it?
That sounds good.
Yeah, this picketing gives me an appetite. To tell you the truth, Jed, it was mostly them girls down at the bank that got us tripped. What's that?
That's Uncle Jed's in my laundry. You forgot to pick it up this morning, Granny.
Jethro.
Now hop to it, and no starch in my collar this time. It's sawing my neck.
Jethro.
Oh, and here's some socks that needs darning.
Jethro.
And these pants needs patching. And Ellie, our beds ain't made. Now, will you stop playing with that ape and get at it? You and Granny done wasted half the day.
Ellie, back to the women's lib.
Ellie, the boy didn't mean. He was just...
Boy, this is ridiculous. A Hollywood playboy washing clothes. If word was to get out to the Hollywood gossip columnists and fan magazines, I'd be the laughing stock of Schwab's drugstore.
What's that?
Well, that's kind of a meeting place for Hollywood celebrities. I hangs out there a lot, except when they runs me off.
Well, I don't think they'll be running you off today. By the time you get through washing and ironing, it's going to be tomorrow.
Jim, have you ever thought what I might do if I was forced to continue this humiliating kind of work?
No, what might you do?
I might just run away from home.
That's the first ray of sunshine on a dark day.
Well, how are you superior male dictators doing?
We're doing the best we can.
Paul, you don't have to wash clothes like this. There's a washer right yonder.
We didn't know how to run it.
What do you think you're doing?
Darn it, socks.
Granny, look at this.
You ain't darning socks. You're ruining them.
I'm doing the best I can.
You'll have to walk awful pigeon-toed to wear these.
I reckon it will take a while for me to get the knack of it.
Granny, let's help Paul.
Only if he's ready to change his ways.
I'm ready.
Do you admit that men ain't superior?
I'll put it in writing.
Are you through grinding women under your heels?
Oh, yeah, no more of that.
Are you for women's lib?
Heart and soul.
All right, Ellie. You take over the darning. I'll finish the washing.
Yes'm, Granny.
Well, it's about time you lazy women was back to work.
Jethro.
Here, Granny. It's a good thing you's back carrying your own weight. I just about had it with you two.
Jethro.
sudden, Uncle Jed. Hey, where's Granny and Ellie?
They got mad and left again.
Well, what did you do to upset them this time?
Welcome to the picket line, girls. Soon be joined by twice our number.
Girls, I would like to introduce my combination secretary and bodyguard, Bonsai Sakito. Now, I'm asking you once more to hop into that pile of junk and leave.
We refuse.
And my car is not a pile of junk.
Bonsai, show the young lady that she is wrong. Now, would you girls like to try for demolished heads?
Get him, Susie.
Stop! 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 Onna ro kaiho undo wa yaburemashita.
What did you say?
I said, woman's lib is for the birds. Let's get out of here.
No sign of the ambulance yet?
Ambulance? Who needs an ambulance?
Oh, Jethro hurt himself.
Well, I'm a doctor. Why didn't you call me?
Well, you got more important things, Granny. This women's lib movement.
Nonsense. My own kith and kin is hurt. How'd it happen?
Well, he was scrubbing the floor, and he slipped in some suds and whopped his head, something awful. Very late, Doctor.
Oh, that poor boy. Here, Ellie, quick. Mop up the rest of those suds so nobody else will slip and fall. I'll take care of this poor unconscious.
The trick worked, Uncle Jed. Look at old Ellie Mae mop that floor.
Jethro.
And Granny, there's lots of clothes that needs ironing. And then commence fixing victuals, because I'm hungry.
Jethro.
Come on, Ellie.
Jethro.
It got dark again.
Hey, where's Granny and Ellie?
They got mad and left.
Oh, don't tell me.
Yeah, I upset them again.
You know something? I ain't too happy with you.
Really? Well, I'm tickled pink with you.
How's it going, boy? It's going terrible. This is wrecking my whole image. If someone was to take a picture of me like this, I'd never get into Harvard.
Harvard?
Yeah, you gotta have class to get in there.
Seems I've heard about that place.
Of course you have. Next to Schwab's, it's the classiest drugstore on Hollywood Boulevard.
Well, we see to it that nobody takes a picture.
Uncle Jed, is Ellie and Granny still picketing?
I'm afraid so.
Well, I'm getting hungry. You aim to cook me something?
Well, I hadn't planned on it.
Well, gee whiz, I cooked the last meal.
You ate it, too.
Well, there you are. I'm doing everything. The eating, the cooking,
The scorching?
Huh?
You just burn a hole in your pants.
You's wrong, Uncle Jed.
Good.
They's your pants.
Tell me, boy, have you given any more thought to running away?
If one more thing goes wrong around here, I might.
Name it. Well, Mr. Drysdale, this is Jed Clampett. Tell me, is them girls at your bank still picketing for women's lib?
No, sir. I put a stop to that foolishness. They are? Granny and Ellie? Well, leave them to me, Mr. Clampett. I have learned how to handle militant women. Yes, I'll take over from here. Bye. Bonsai, we've got another rebellion to put down.
Oh, howdy, Mr. Drysdale. I mean, male supremacist.
Oppressor of women.
Granny, Ellie, I am here in response to a call for help from Mr. Clampett.
Oh, you gonna do the cooking and washing for Pa and Jethro? It sure will be good news for them.
The only thing I'm here to do is to put a stop to this women's lib foolishness.
It ain't foolishness.
I say it is. And Banzai will demonstrate the unquestionable superiority of men. Banzai?
Who's that goomer?
This is the #1 karate fighter in the entire world. Banzai, show this little lady how strong you are. No, not my car. Granny, what do you think of that?
I think he hadn't ought to done it. That was a good bench, and now it ain't worth shucks to sit on.
He did that to put you in your place. Now, unless you stop this picketing, he's going to have to teach you a further lesson.
Well, he better hadn't.
Do you admit that men are superior?
No!
Banzai, destroy the other bench.
Oh, no, you don't!
Are you sure Mr. Drysdale's here to do our work for us?
Yes, sir, Pa.
Hot dog. I sure hope he can cook.
Who is that?
That is the #2 karate fighter in the entire world.
What happened to him?
He just met #1.
Where you all going?
We is leaving home.
Any chance of you taking Jethro with you?
No.
We's moving into Miss Jane's apartment with her.
Don't do that. There's plenty of room here.
Not since you and Mr. Drysdale fetched in that big bully to beat us up.
Some bully. You like to kill him.
Well, he had no business wrecking a good iron bench. You men is all alike. You gotta learn a lesson.
Bye, Pa.
Please, I'm begging.
No use talking. We's leaving.
What I'm begging you for is to take Jethro with you.
Johnny come Miss Jane in her dune buggy.
Hey, where's they going?
He's leaving home, boy.
Oh, what dim-witted thing did you do this time?
I don't know.
Thank goodness you got my giant brain to fall back on.
I could use something soft right now.
Sorry about this uncomfortable mode of transportation, but Mr. Drysdale's bodyguard destroyed Helen's car.
What'd he do, run into it?
He struck it with his hand and broke it in two.
That must be the goomer that busted up my iron bench.
Banzai's here?
Oh, yes, ma'am, Miss Jane. He's resting in the parlor.
Well, we better get out of here before he destroys the dune buggy.
No, he won't be doing no more destroying for a spell.
Granny clobbered him.
Banzai?
Yeah.
Why, he's a judo champion, a karate champion. He must have 5 or 6 belts.
I give him about 4 more.
Uncle Jed, this here is one example of how my giant brain operates. I have done come up with an idea that does away with iron.
Is them my long johns?
That's right. I figured out if you uses lots of starch and lays them out in the sun to dry, you don't have to iron them.
How am I supposed to get into these?
Uncle Jed, you're just gonna have to do some thinking for yourself.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Wouldn't be fair to let you carry the whole load.
I also come up with an idea that does away with cooking.
How's that one work?
You do it.
I'm sorry, Banzai. I've got to get back to the bank. I'll talk to you later.
How's Mr. Banzai feeling?
Very humiliated.
Granny sure whooped the tar out of him.
Shh, please. He already feels that he's lost a lot of face.
Well, as I recollect, that ain't just a great big loss.
No, I don't mean that literally. He simply feels ashamed because he was defeated by a woman.
That ain't nothing to be ashamed of. When Granny's riled, I've seen her drop a full-grown bull.
Heck yeah.
Well, Banzai is so disgraced, he doesn't want to show himself for a while. Can he stay here?
Of course he can. I'll go tell him.
Hey, Mr. Drysdale, can that bonsai feller cook?
No, Jethro. Japanese men do not cook.
Well, can he do the laundry?
No.
Well, can he scrub floors or make beds?
Jethro, Japanese men do not perform domestic chores. The women of their household do all the work. They wait on them hand and foot. In his own home, he is king.
Hey, how about me moving in his place?
I told Mr. Banzai he's welcome to stay here till he finds his face.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Clampett. Well, I'll see you later.
Uncle Jed, That fella can't cook, can't do laundry, can't scrub floors or make beds or nothing. You're making work for yourself.
Matter of fact, Jethro, he asked could he fetch his women folk over to take care of all that.
What did you say?
I said, sure, go right ahead.
Well, how about that? You finally done something right. You know, if you hang out with me long enough, you'll be as smart as me. Yeah, he told me he's going to wait on us hand and foot. And Japanese men don't have no truck with that women's lib.
Is that a fact?
Yeah, all you got to do is give them orders. See, I've been learning Japanese, so's I'll be ready. Listen to this. Kamikaze, Toyota, Sony, 0.
What does that mean?
Don't smack into my car radio with your airplane.
You reckon you're going to be saying that a lot?
Well, not a lot, but if I gives them an order right off, they'll respect me. See, Japanese women is trained to respect Japanese men.
But you ain't a Japanese man.
With me speaking their language so good, how's he going to know?
True, true.
Oh, gotta learn to eat with these, Uncle Jed.
What is they?
This is what you call chopsticks. The Japanese uses them instead of knives or forks or spoons. Watch, I'll show you.
Don't seem to hold a lot.
It's probably for meat, like them karate chops.
Reckon that's why they call them chopsticks?
More than likely. Boy, I can't wait to sink my teeth into them chicken fried karate chops.
Reckon there's anything like pork chops?
Oh, yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah, looks like we're going to be eating high on the karate.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Drysdale.
Oh, sit down and have some breakfast.
Oh, no thanks, no thanks. I'm on my way to pick up the women of Bonsai's household and bring them over.
Well, how is Mr. Bonsai feeling this morning?
Well, he still feels terribly humiliated that Granny defeated him in hand-to-hand combat.
I'm sorry about that.
It was all I could do to get him out of his room. Well, I'll be on my way. Oh, by the way, have you heard from Granny and Ellie?
Not a word. I hope they's comfortable staying in Miss Jane's apartment.
Well, I'd hardly call it an apartment. It's more like a furnished room.
This bed was right nice to sleep on, but it sure does take up a lot of room.
Well, Miss Jane says after you take the bedclothes off, it folds up into a sofa.
No.
That's what she said.
Well, it ain't doing it.
Doing what?
Folding up.
Granny, I think we have to help it. Let's see.
Well, I'll be switched. What'll they think of next?
Oh, Bessie, you got your dress all dirty, climbing on that fire escape. Now, let's see your hands. I was afraid of that. Now, let's go get washed up. We'll be having breakfast quick as Miss Jane gets back.
See you.
Morning, Miss Jane.
Oh, good morning, Ellie. Sorry it took so long getting your breakfast.
Your kitchen sure must be a long ways from your bedroom.
About 3 blocks. Where's Granny?
Well, she was here a minute ago. Must have stepped out.
I didn't see her in the hall.
What you want, Bessie?
She's probably hungry. Here's your breakfast, Bessie. I thought they liked bananas.
They do. Bessie's trying to tell us something. What is it, Bessie? I think there's something inside the couch.
Well, let's see.
It's Granny.
Granny, how in the world are you all right?
Of course I'm all right, but don't trust this bed. I
done that before. Have some coffee and you'll feel better.
By the way, Miss Jane, where did you sleep last night?
In the Murphy bed.
Oh, I'm sorry you had to go and stay with friends.
No. It's in the wall. Come on, I'll show you. See?
You sleep standing up?
No, it comes all the way down.
I declare I never did see so many clever beds.
Well, we'll need them all when the other girls arrive. Oh, it's Helen. I told her to come up the fire escape. My rent here is based upon occupancy by one person only. Welcome, Helen.
Cheers, everyone. I'll need some help with my luggage.
I'll give you a hand.
Me too.
Bessie, I ain't never seen anything like these city beds. They sure are space savers. I reckon Miss Jane and Helen will share this one. I sure hope it's as comfortable as Ellie's and mine. Ain't bad at all.
Thanks awfully, Ellie.
Yeah, thanks, Ellie.
You're welcome. I thought Granny was here.
She was. Granny?
She ain't here.
Bessie is trying to tell us something again. I wonder.
Miss Jane, if it won't hurt your feelings, I think I'll sleep on the floor tonight.
And here they are, Mr. Clampett, the lovely ladies of Bonsai's household. Enter, flowers of the Orient. This is Mr. Clampett.
Howdy, ladies. Mr. Bonsai, your women folks is here. You speak English?
Amico does.
We have great pleasure to be in the honorable house of Clampetts, son.
What'd she call me?
Clampett-san. That's a Japanese title of courtesy.
Yokoso, irashai.
They set great store by bowing, don't they?
Yes, they're extremely polite. Oh, I almost forgot about their luggage.
I'll give you a hand.
Hello, ladies. Meet Jeffro. Uncle Jim, big hillbilly. But me, international prey boy.
You wear a karate suit.
Sure. I just can't wait to have me a karate chop.
You want a karate chop?
I sure do, and right away.
Please do not ask for karate chop.
But that's what I want, and the sooner the better.
See you later, Mr. Drydeal. What are they so excited about?
You are not supposed to do things for them. From now on, they will do everything for you.
Oh. Well, take them upstairs. Tell them to take any room they want. We got plenty empty ones. What's the matter, boy? Did you fall over the rail?
Oh, asked them girls for a karate chop, and one of them slugged me.
Welcome to Women's Live headquarters, girls.
Thank you.
Come in. Granny, Ellie Mae, Susie, and Betty.
Hi.
Now, you can hang your clothes in the closet as soon as Helen's through taking a shower in there.
She's taking a shower in the closet?
Well, it's too small to be called a bathroom.
We hang our clothes in the bathroom?
Well, you could also call it the den, the laundry room, the kitchen, and the spare bedroom.
Bedroom?
Yes, we're so crowded here, I'm afraid somebody will have to sleep in the tub tonight.
Miss Hathaway, I can't take my shower. There is a furry animal splashing about in the bathtub.
Oh, don't be alarmed. It's probably just Ellie's chimpanzee.
No, Bess is outside. Must be Frida.
Frida.
She's my possum. She just loves to play in the water.
I didn't know Ellie brought a possum.
Me neither. She must have had it inside her coat. They likes to sleep like that.
Now, Frida, you stay out of the bathtub when folks want to take showers.
Yes, Frida, please.
Miss Hathaway.
It's my landlord. Quick, everybody hide.
Where?
Where else?
Miss Hathaway.
Mr. Finney, I'm glad you're here. I have a complaint.
Well, so have I. I heard a lot of voices in here.
Well, you most certainly did. It was the television set.
You haven't got a television set.
Well, that is my complaint. The walls here are so thin that the set next door sounds as though it's right in this room.
I don't hear anything.
Well, of course not. I made them turn it off.
I believe I'll take a look in there.
Oh, good, good. I hope you brought your tools. There's at least half day's work in there.
What?
Well, yes, the faucet leaks, the tub is stopped up, the shower doesn't work, the paint is peeling, and you have got to replace that worn flooring. It is dangerous.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm doing apartment 16 right now, but I'll put you right at the top of the list.
Oh, Mr. Finney, that is another thing. The neighborhood children peer in at me all the time. Go away, you naughty child. Go on, go on.
No, I didn't get a very good look. But that's got to be the ugliest kid I ever saw.
Well, Mr. Finney, the situation is becoming quite intolerable. Ugly children, faulty plumbing, thin walls.
What was that?
I am glad you were here to see that with your own eyes, Mr. Finney.
Well, what was it? What did I see?
Well, unless prompt action is taken, I shall be forced to call the Department of Health and Sanitation about the mice in this building.
That was a mouse?
Oh, what else?
Well, I never saw a mouse look like that.
Perhaps it was something worse. I had better call the Board of Health.
No, that's okay. It was a mouse.
Well, Mr. Finney, what do you intend doing about it?
Well, I've got a cat. No, wouldn't stand a chance against a thing like that.
Goodbye, Mr. Finney.
Excuse me. Is Biddles almost ready?
Biddles?
Well, yeah, food. You know, as we say in Japanese, lunch.
Oh, yes. Anything special you would like?
Well, I ain't gonna ask for no more of them karate chops. I know you get uptight about that. But there's something else I heard of that I'd like to try.
What is it?
Judo roll.
You want a judo roll?
I sure do. You see, I'm an international prey boy, and I rocks to experiment.
Please, do not ask for judo roll.
Yeah, but that's what I want. Heck, fire, I thought you folks were obliging.
Jethro-san, judo roll is not for ordinary person.
Yeah, but I'm not ordinary. I wants to try everything. Now, come on, let me have it.
What happened to you this time, boy?
I'll tell you something, Uncle Jed. Them Japanese is real polite. If you ask for some of them special victuals, then they beats the tar out of you.
Any more visits from the landlord, girls?
No. You scared him away for a while.
Helen, what in the world are you doing?
I'm getting some charcoal burning in this brazier.
Well, that is purely a decorative piece.
Well, Granny wanted to make us a hot meal, and that's the only thing we could find to cook on.
Oh, there is no cooking in this apartment. But where is Granny?
She and Ellie went out shopping for some victuals. That's food.
Yes, I know.
Let's try it, Miss Hathaway. This charcoal is smokeless, and I'm simply perishing for nice hot London grill.
Well, if I know Granny's victuals, they will in no way resemble a London grill.
We's back, girls.
Oh.
The fast is over.
Wait till you see what all we got.
You're gonna have a feast fit for a king.
For a queen, Granny. Remember, this is Women's Lib headquarters. Let us not exalt the male image.
What did you bring? I'm starving.
Listen to this and let your mouth water. Salted down sowbelly, owl gizzards, groundhog sausage, pickled catfish heads, and tenderloin of badger in gopher gravy.
I don't believe it.
That ain't all. Tell them what we got for dessert, Ellie.
Pawpaws with sorghum syrup, hedge apple turnovers, pulpweed pudding, and a nice ripe goat cheese.
What kind of market sells things like that?
You can't get those kind of delicacies in no market.
We went by home and sneaked into the root cellar.
Yeah, and we peeked through the window, and we seen Jed and Jethro, and they were having a miserable time.
Jethro had done fainted from hunger.
Yeah, he was laying on the floor in his underwear, and Jed had to help him to stand up.
Won't be long before they'll be yelling and screaming for us to come back home.
But we're gonna let them keep suffering until they knuckle under the women's lib. Well, I better get after the cooking. Where's the stove?
Well, unfortunately, I don't have a stove.
I started a fire in Miss Hathaway's brassiere.
Where?
Right here, in her brass brassiere.
Miss Jane, I hope you don't put that thing on hot.
Miss Miko, I ain't never worn nothing like this before. It's mighty fancy for an old weed bender like me.
No, Clampetts, son. You look very handsome. Very handsome. Please.
Well, what if I was to spill victuals on it?
You have no worry. You spill, Miko clean.
You girls sure is obliging.
Our pleasure to serve man. Please to be seated.
Is that an eating table?
Yes.
Looks like somebody sawed the legs off it.
No. It's Japanese table. You sit.
Well, hadn't I better wait for the others?
No, Clampetts, son, head of household. Please to be seated and have sip of sake.
Sip of what?
Sake, our native wine made from rice. You taste.
Japanese white lightning.
Please to be seated. Miko will entertain while you wait.
Hot dog! Sure does smell good in here. How soon is victuals?
私たちわかりませんわ。
Oh, well, I reckon I can wait, but I'm awful thirsty. Hey, you got a sumo crush? You've heard of sumo crush. That's what the wrestlers over to Japan drinks. They's always giving one another sumo crush. It's probably like an orange crush or a lemon crush. You got any?
どうですか?
はい、大丈夫です。
Hey, Mr. Bonsai, you ever do any wrestling over to Japan?
Oh, yes.
Could you give me a sumo crush?
You want a sumo crush?
I sure do.
Please, do not ask for sumo crush.
Oh, come on, please.
You insist?
Yes, sir.
We step outside. It's better for sumo crush.
I sure do appreciate this. I won't forget it.
Not soon, I guarantee.
Well, I've got Granny cooking on the roof. I don't think the landlord can smell it up there.
I hope she doesn't set the building on fire.
Oh, no danger. As soon as you're finished with your laundry, come up and have lunch.
We're eating on the roof?
Believe me, Betty, Granny's cooking is best eaten out of doors.
Forget it.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I'm the landlord.
Helen, guess who Miss Hathaway has for a landlord? Who? Cary Grant. Oh, Mr. Grant, you're even more handsome off the screen than on. Doesn't that gray hair make him look distinguished, divine? And those eyes, those sexy eyes, they simply melt a woman's heart. Oh, Mr. Grant, you're my favorite star. My star of stars. Mine, too. Might I ask you to autograph my slip?
Who do you girls think you're kidding?
I beg pardon?
I don't look anything like Cary Grant. You know it.
Well,
Gregory Peck? Yes. Give this to Miss Hathaway, will you?
What is it?
It's a trap for her mouse.
Excuse me, girl, there's the phone.
Oh, no, Clampetts. I get it.
Clampetts speaking.
Hello, Jed. This is Granny. Are you suffering?
Oh, yeah, I sure am.
Are you ready to knuckle under and give in to the women's lib? Have you learned your lesson?
Well, Granny, not yet. I think I ought to suffer a couple more days. Yeah, let's stay in touch. Don't call me, I'll call you. Bye.
As you know, I'm without a secretary.
I thought Mr. Banzai was going to fill in.
Karate experts make very poor secretaries. Every time he hits the keys, I have to buy a new typewriter.
Hey, Mr. Drysdale, us high exalted, glorious, sublime folks don't like to talk business while we eat.
Jethro, will you please be quiet?
Did you hear that? This lowly infidel done lipped off to my gloriousness. If we was back home to Japan, I'd have you tied to the ground and let the silkworms chomp on you.
Jethro, will you be quiet?
Now, he can say that. He's pretty near as glorious as I is.
Mr. Clampett, we have to settle this women's lib dispute. Miss Hathaway has every girl at the bank out on strike.
Yeah, I know. Granny and Ellie May throw it in with her, too.
Well, talk them into coming back home, and maybe that will...
Are you kidding? We're living high on the kimono.
Jethro.
Well, until these girls come along, I didn't know how sublime I was.
I'll talk to you later, Mr. Clampett. It's impossible to carry on an intelligent conversation in front of this cretin.
She's Japanese.
I'm hungry. Hey. Oh, what time is it? Helen, are you up? Yes, I'm up. Who's going to make breakfast?
Yeah.
Me.
Girls, please, stop the chatter. My landlord will hear you.
Poor Miss Hathaway had to sleep on the floor. I sure hope it won't be this crowded tonight.
Oh, it won't. If we don't win the strike today, it'll be twice as crowded. But everybody, please try to remember to be quiet.
Miss Hathaway?
That's your landlord.
Everybody, get these bags all folded up. Everybody hide in the bathroom and be quiet.
Miss Hathaway, I hear people in there. Open up.
Just a moment.
Granny, have you seen my possum?
Yeah, she slept in the bathtub with me. Now, get out of the way. What's the matter, Miss Jane?
Oh, my zipper stuff. Will you help me to my feet, please?
Miss Hathaway, open this door. I'm coming in with my pass key.
Just a moment. Have patience. I'm busy.
Miss Jane, I'll have to cut you out of this.
Oh, there. The scissors are on the table.
Okay, you've had fair warning. I'm coming in.
Mr. Vinny, I consider this an invasion of my privacy.
And I consider it occupancy by more than one person. Who are you?
Well, she happens to be my dressmaker, and this is a very, very personal fitting, so please remove yourself.
That's a dress?
Will be the very latest thing.
You're kidding.
Certainly not. This year we're trying for the sack look.
You made it.
Calm down. I got her.
Who's that?
That is the exterminator.
Exterminator?
Yes, good work. Take her outside immediately.
Be careful, Ellie.
Ellie?
L.A. She's from the L.A. Exterminating Company. Yes, they specialize in capturing large, vicious rodents.
They send girls to do that?
What's the matter? You don't believe in equal job opportunities for women?
He sounds like one of them male chauvinist pigs.
We should alert the women's lib movement. They'll throw a picket line around this apartment building immediately.
Now, wait a minute. Don't get upset. I'm not against equal job opportunities for women. When I need a plumber, who do you think I call? My wife.
Boy, talk about touchy tenants.
the world is that smell?
Ain't it tantalizing? I'm cooking up a mess of my special swamp surprise.
Swamp surprise? What's in it?
Well, it's secret, but I'll tell you. It's crawdads, brisket of alligator, screech owl giblets, nice water moccasins, and other swamp critters, all simmered in a rich, hearty toad stock.
I'm sorry I asked. What I mean is, a secret should always remain a secret. But, Granny, you're not allowed to cook in this apartment. I brought some sandwiches and coleslaw.
Nonsense. You girls have got to have hot victuals.
Speaking of the girls, where are they?
Well, when I commenced cooking, they all went out the window.
I think I know why.
Me too. They were so tempted by the smell, they couldn't stand to wait.
Yes.
Guess what, Granny? We can smell your swamp surprise clean up on the roof.
I bet that's got them girls crazy. Shut the windows, Ellie.
Oh, no. Please, let the tantalizing aroma waft freely out the window.
Here, Ellie, you stir my stew, and I'll go explain to the girls what's taking so long. Cooking on that iron is gonna take forever to get that gator meat tender.
Ellie Mae, please put a lid on that pot. I'll open the door and get some cross ventilation.
What's cooking in here?
I'm glad you asked. Insecticide.
Insecticide?
Yes! Thanks to the resourcefulness of this young lady exterminator, this apartment may yet be free of crawling and flying insects.
Who do you think you're kidding? That's food you're cooking in here. No, I take it back. That's to kill insects. Anything else that gets a whiff of it? What's in that stuff?
It's a secret.
Come on, you can tell me.
Well, it's screech owls, alligators, water moccasins, crawdads, toads.
I asked what's in it, not what it kills.
Mr. Finney, the young lady just explained that the ingredients are a professional secret. Now, if you want to be helpful, let's spray it around the apartment.
No. I've got a respiratory condition. I'm sorry I bothered you. What's your dressmaker doing on the fire escape?
I've been up on the roof.
Smart woman. Don't blame you.
Ellie, I wish you'd go get your ape. She scampered all over the building, scaring the daylights out of everybody.
Yes, sir.
Miss Jane, this is going to take for hours. Sure wish I had it on my stove at home.
Granny! That is a marvelous idea. I'll bet Mr. Clampett and Jethro just love swamp surprise.
Well, of course. But these men, we got to make them suffer.
This will do it.
Oh, I see. You mean give them a whip and then don't let them eat none until they give in to women's lib?
Exactly.
Oh, that would be awful cruel.
All's fair in love and war, and Granny, this is war.
If Jethro gets into this, it won't last 10 seconds. Then you and the girls won't get none.
That's the price we pay for victory.
Let's go.
Meandering duck, he was awful good. But I have done ate my fill. Oh, man. I gotta take me a nap.
You like song?
Yeah. I don't know what you're saying, but I sure like what you're doing.
Just close your eyes. Have happy dream.
You mean I'm not dreaming now? You girls sure do know how to spoil a man.
It's great pleasure for us.
I feel downright guilty. I ought to be out doing my chores.
You want us to stop so you can go do your chores?
No, I don't feel that guilty.
La la la, no yamamo satomo. You know, in Japan, from time she's very young, woman is taught to please man.
Beats me how them Japanese men ever get out of the house long enough to build all them cars and cameras.
Please relax now, Clampetts-san. It's time for blissful slumber. じゃあ片付けてね、そろそろお昼寝の時間だから。
If that means good night, same to you.
Awaken to fragrance and beauty.
Granny, look.
Merciful heavens, it's Jethro. He's died of starvation.
Surely not.
He's laid out in a black shroud. And look, there's the bones of the buzzards that come to get him. Oh, with his last ounce of strength, the poor desperate boy caught him and ate him.
Now, Granny, be calm.
Well, leastwise, he went doing his thing. Eating.
Granny, I feel sure that if you made a closer observation, you'd...
Oh, Jed, I forgot. He must be laid out here somewheres, starved to death. Jed? Jed! Oh, don't let him be gone, please. Jed! I'm too late. He's gone, too. Somebody sure laid him out pretty. Look at Jed. Laid out just like Jethro.
Granny, I took a closer look at Jethro. He is far from dead.
You think he can be saved?
Definitely, and so can Mr. Clampett.
Well, if anything can save him, it's my swamp surprise. I'll go get it to cooking whilst you look at Jed.
It says all the air marks of a Japanese tea ceremony.
Hey, Granny, what are you doing here?
Jethro, my baby! Oh, Jethro, my honey boy, you've been spared.
Please, Granny, you hurt my stomach.
Oh, I know how holler it must be. You ain't had no victuals since I left home.
Are you kidding? I'm stuffed.
Buzzards don't count. Here, let's get rid of this ugly shroud.
Hey, let go, Granny. This here is a genuine Japanese Okinawa.
Oh, you dear boy. You're delirious.
Ugh, what's that slop?
Oh, honey, you are talking out of your head. This is one of your favorites, Swamp Surprise.
I don't eat that kind of garbage no more. I'm a glorious, sublime, heavenly being now.
No, sweetheart. You were pulled back from the brink beyond. Now you go and sit down and I'll feed you.
Not that junk you won't.
Jethro, go and sit down and be quiet. Or I'll have to ladle you back into your senses.
Oh, nuts to this. I'm gonna go take me another nap.
Starvation does terrible things to the human mind.
Granny, look who I found.
Is they undertakers?
Au contraire. These Japanese ladies have been caring for Jethro and Mr. Clampett.
Well, tell them to stop laying them out before they is dead.
Come and sit down. Let me explain.
It's the truth, Ellie. We thought your pa and Jethro was suffering. And all the time they was living the life of Sesshu Hayakawa.
Well, I have delineated the aims and principles of the Women's Lib movement to Miko here, and she in turn has explained it to her companions.
Yes, we have decided to join Women's Lib movement. Oh, I can't believe it. You girls were born and raised in Japan. I agree that it is against all our teachings. But Granny-san here persuaded us. How? She threatened to make us eat swamp surprise.
Actually, it was an offer, but they took it as a threat.
Well, now that the men have gotten a taste of that good Japanese life, how are we going to get them to knuckle under?
That good life can come in two flavors, Granny. Sweet and sour.
What you mean?
Suppose 3 different Japanese girls were to take over the duties of Miko and her companions.
I see what you mean. I can get us outfits like theirs.
あなた日本からいらしたんですか？
いいえ、だけど私の両親は日本で生まれました。
You speak their language.
Yes, I am Nisei.
No fooling. Which one is your aunt?
Quiet, please. Hope it's not the landlord. Yes? It's Mr. Drysdale.
Oink, 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 oink.
What is it? Male chauvinist pig?
You can knock it off with those cliches. You girls have lost. Now, do you want to come back to work under the old terms?
Never. You will just have to suffer without us.
Some suffer. I'm on my way to the Clampetts now to have those Japanese cherry blossoms lay a little oriental ecstasy on me.
Oh, really?
You bet. Those girls never heard of women's lib. I may hire them as secretaries.
Miko.
How come you're answering your own door? Where's Miko?
I don't know. Her and them other girls have disappeared.
I can't find them no place, Uncle Celestial. Just my luck.
Hey, what's the idea?
I want to get in on the Japanese way of life.
You ain't Japanese. Now get Ross.
Jethro.
But he ain't glorious and sublime like us.
Ain't none of us gonna be glorious and sublime if them girls don't get back.
Maybe they went out shopping.
If they's back, they's back. A roll, ladies. Hey, wait a minute. You ain't the same tree that was here before. Who are you?
私たちはいとこ同士なの。こちらのクランペットさんで働きたいと思っていますのよ。
What'd you say, Jethro?
Oh, I don't know. She speaks with a Tokyo dialect. I talk pure Ginza.
I say, we are cousins who also seek the sublime pleasure of serving in the honorable house of Clampetts-san.
Well, dandy. Come on in the parlor and we'll sublime us up a storm.
I don't know about you two, but I thought that last dish was lousy.
It's Rousey. Rousey. See, I told you he wasn't Japanese.
I kind of liked it myself. If I didn't know better, I'd swear that was Granny's swamp surprise. Here comes the ceremony of the tea.
Come on, hurry up. Chop, chop, y'all.
Jethro, take it easy.
But the three of them is pitiful. Two of them ain't even pretty.
I'll go further. The tall one and the short one are downright homely.
Hey, Susie, these two speak English?
No, only Japanese.
Where'd you find those two dogs?
Now, fellas.
The little one here's got a face like a cantaloupe rind. Oh! She's not only ugly, she's clumsy, too.
Jethro, I don't want to hear no more of that kind of talk.
I'm your steam nephew, and I'm getting more steam by the minute.
Don't pay no attention to him, ma'am. Say, ain't we going to have some music?
Music?
Yeah, you know, singing, dancing, playing a Japanese banjo.
Yes, Clampetts-san. Nanki-poo. Hite kudasai.
Come on.
That's lousy.
It's Rousey. Rousey. He ain't never gonna learn to speak Japanese.
Lousy, Rousey, it stinks.
I think I'm going to pass on the tea ceremony.
Are you leaving?
Yes, sir, I am. These Japanese folks set a great store by politeness, and that's something we can all learn from.
Please, Clampetts-san, do not go.
Well, I'll tell you, ma'am, I've been kind of guilty about doing my chores all day. I think I'll get to them. I thank you, and thank your friends for me.
Mr. Clampett.
Let him go. Let him go. He old clodhopper. But me, I got craft. Now, come on. Shake a rag. Hit us with the tea and the music.
Granny, I beg you. Don't let Clampetts-san take his money out of my bank, please.
It's trees.
Shut up, runkhead.
Shut up, both of you, and listen. Does you promise to knuckle under to the women's lib?
I does. Me too.
From you, we're going to have it in writing. Miss Hathaway went to the bank to type up a contract for you to sign.
Well, she called to say it would take a while. All she could find was 14 busted typewriters.
That bonsai will bankrupt me.
There's Miss Jane. Can we get up now?
Yes. Get up and answer the door for her. We gotta keep you men in your place.
Yes, ma'am.
Who are you?
I'm the landlord.
Hey, it's the landlord.
Well, well, this is a very interesting situation we have here.
Mr. Finney! What is the meaning of this? Who are these people?
You're asking me?
Well, indeed I am. This is an outrage. I go to work and I come home and find you're throwing a party in my apartment.
I'm throwing a party.
From the looks of it, an Oriental orgy.
Look, I never had anything to do
I
with
shall
this.
be forced to report you to the Housing Administration, the Apartment Owners Association, and the Vice Squad.
Wait a minute. I don't know anything about this.
Ladies and gentlemen, who is throwing this party?
He is!
Well, Mr. Finney, what have you to say now?
All I have to say is I'm cutting a rent in half, and so help me, I never will come near this apartment again.